Hey, so welcome back to the KalabawCNC vlog. So I want to talk a little bit about the history of the project, how this thing kind of got started with, especially which tools and software packages I've been using, because I know a lot of people have been interested about that. So it really started with me working. I was working out of an apartment I had. I guess someplace down in Birmingham, and I was stuck down there because there was like a big snowstorm, and it was like Snowmageddon, and I couldn't get out. So I mean, I probably could have, but there was like so many other people that were having problems driving. I got my truck's four-wheel drive, so I probably could have made it, but it just ended up where I probably was better that I stayed. So I just ended up sitting there in the apartment and working like crazy on this laptop, and I couldn't install any commercial or any of my software that I have on DVDs. So I just, because you have to be licensed to install some of this stuff, so the only one that I could install was Google SketchUp. So I kind of started on that because I was just sitting there with nothing to do, and I had all these ideas running through my head. So I started working on this on the design in 3D, and it kind of came together on SketchUp. Boy, man, it took forever to work with SketchUp. SketchUp is such a pain to work with if you're doing like advanced design work. And I struggled with it, and the computer, the application just kept crashing and crashing and crashing, because a 3D printer is such a sophisticated 3D modeling design work to be done. It was just a nightmare to work with. And so what I ended up doing is once I ended up getting back into the project with the design work, the modeling work, I ended up just switching over. I tried switching over at first to AutoCAD, because I used to teach AutoCAD at the university level on Solaris, Linux, and Windows, going all the way back to release 13. So I have like long storied history with AutoCAD, teaching it both at the university level and professionally. And and then also I used to use it commercially and at the educational institutions professionally as well. So long history with AutoCAD. I can fly through AutoCAD, no problem. But it was giving me too much problem. It was just going to be too difficult to do all the geometries and everything I was trying to do to pull it all together. So I ended up, just saying, let me just drop it with AutoCAD, and I just went to freeform modeling in 3D Studio Max, which is a whole lot easier for me to work with. So that's actually where I've been doing all my rendering. All the rendering that you've been seeing so far on the project has all been on 3D Studio. It's really easy for me to set up the texture maps. All my materials are already set up, so it takes me like minutes to get through and set up an animation, and then just kick it off and let it run for a week or more. And that's actually what I've been doing. I've been letting it sit and render and render and render and render and render. And now, finally, I think I'm getting close to being done with all of these renders of the standard model that you've been looking at so far. And all the ray-traced photorealistic textures and everything. So that's actually coming together really good. I think I'm doing the last render right now. And I've actually been so busy doing the rendering that I haven't had a chance to compose the renders. It's like I'm rendering to sequential JPEGs, so I can just cut them together and make and produce the animation from there. And then I use that as stock footage to cut into whatever else I want to do for whatever other promotional videos I want to produce. So this is just kind of my stock footage library that I'm putting together. It's a good start, especially for a project like this. Yeah, it's important to have stock footage like that. I actually want to get into Blender, because there's a whole lot of new really cool capabilities there that I want to start to learn how to use. Problem is, so I've got a little bit of time coming up where I'll probably be working from home and not traveling. I think a week of July, so that's actually going to be all right. So I'll probably work on. I was thinking it would work on the Blender stuff then, but I'm thinking it'd probably be more effective for me to work on modeling, because I need to model the water strider version of the KalabawCNC. At least that's the name I'm going with right now, unless anybody gets any more feedback on that other video I posted. So anyways, yeah, so I was thinking probably going to be more effective for me to work on the modeling for that. And the reason why is because once I do finish the modeling, then I'll just kick off a whole bunch more renders of that, and that'll keep me busy rendering for a while. I really do want to get to work on the Blender stuff, though. I'm really excited about actually doing some nice promotional graphics with that, and learning some of the new capabilities, the particle systems, the lens effects, and the camera effects that it's got. Really excited there. Really super excited, actually. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. In the meantime, I've got more work. I've probably got one more day tomorrow. I'll work on it's my privacy fence I've been building in the back. I've been working on that. I've been working on it for actually quite a long time, and I need to finish it up. I think maybe tomorrow I can actually finish cutting the arch tops and the post toppers, and hopefully get it prepped for sand or for painting. I'm hoping I can get all of that done tomorrow. I've got a little bit of wire work to do on a trestle where I'm growing some vines and tomatoes. So I need to do a little bit of wire work there, but I'm trying to wrap that up as fast as I can so I can get on and get back here and working in the garage and all the things that have to be done in here. So I'm going to just keep going at it as fast as I can. And yeah, of course, I mentioned I'm hanging up this oscilloscope in the lab power supply, so I'm trying to work here in the garage and prep for that as well. So hopefully I'll be posting some stuff once I get that up and going, or at least post progress of it. You can kind of see under here, look at the underside of the shelving that I built. You can tell I reinforced all this stuff. I'm probably going to actually have to reinforce it again a little bit just to add a little bit more, just so I have 2x4s right where I want to put my hangers for these devices. The bench I'm at right now actually needs to be reinforced a little bit on the underside because it's got some gaps under there. The reason why I'm not reinforcing it so much because I know I'm going to be doing a lot, like all this metal work and heavy work. So if I ever wanted to put, like, you know, I mean, more thinking about over there, if I ever wanted to put, you know, transmission blocks or big heavy gears or an engine block or anything that I'm working on or trying to print or produce, I want to be able to I want those shelves to be able to hold up to the heavy weights of whatever it is that I'm working on in case I need to put a workpiece up there. So that's kind of what I built this. I knew that I was going to be kind of looking at that thing. Looking at needing to be able to do that kind of stuff, so that's why I did that. But I still have a little bit more to do, like I said, under here and a little bit right up in here. So I'll probably post some photos or at least progress on that, and yeah, we'll just keep at it. Once I get through this next video, or maybe even, yeah, I'll see. I'm going to try and see if I can get a couple more of the videos that I've actually finished rendering and compose them, cut them together, and post them up online here pretty soon. So hopefully you'll be seeing some more of that stuff. I'm trying to keep things going, and I am still working on it. I mean, it's like my #1 priority. So other than trying to get back to it, I'm either trying to work on the project or I'm trying to get to the project with getting everything else out of the way. So anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.